Hey, welcome to the first real session of building your partner program. I'm so grateful that you took the time to join me. Now, I actually wish I could sit down with you and really learn about you and your company, your challenges, your successes, and celebrate those with you. But this is the opportunity it is to really pour into you today to help you with your partner program. And I'm excited for that. And so in this first session, we're going to talk about the single most important piece of information that you will need to build your program. That's right. It is the most important, not like second, not even third or fourth. And actually the distance between the first and the second could include like 10 more points. Like if the most important was up here, then the second isn't a close second. It's down here. And the reality is, in that you, as you're building your program, the most important piece, the foundation of your program, it's your why. Now, I hope that wasn't a downer for you. I hope you didn't just lean back and say, oh, come on. It's true. If you don't decide, if you don't define, if you don't create, if you don't understand your why behind building your partner program, the company's partner program, whatever you're building, if you don't define why you're doing it, well, it's kind of like what Yogi Berra said. Not Yogi Bear, right? Actually, Yogi Berra, the famous baseball player, he said this: if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up somewhere else. Now, how discouraging would this be? That in this conversation right now, you're about to build your program. You're starting out, you're fresh, you're coming in to do the rework, whatever it is. And in 1 year from now, 2 years from now, you wake up and you're thinking, how did I even get here? Now, it's not in the fun way of like, how did we get here? This is awesome. It's, how did I get here? Because the reality is that more partner programs fail not because of what happens in the runway. They fail because they haven't defined clearly why they exist. Now, sometimes the conversation goes like this. Executives are meeting. It's a sales leader, potentially maybe even the CRO says, we have customers asking to buy our product through these other resellers. If we want to get into the enterprise space, we got to work with XYZ reseller. We're having this key customer tell us we have to integrate with this other software. What are we going to do? We got to build a partner program. Is there anybody on our team that knows how to do that or has done that? You know, maybe sometimes it's the sales guy. He's like, hey, I could do that. I found that I could multiply my sales by working through other people who have other books of business. Sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes it's a customer success manager that has been managing relationships and says, hey, I'd take a stab at it. And there you are. New role, partner leader, partner development manager, business development manager, whatever your title includes. And they say, great, go. And then you show up on Monday and you get started. What do you do first? Maybe you're given the task to build a channel partnership team. And you say, well, I guess I go to that reseller and schedule a meeting. It's an interesting idea. It's a good idea. You got to build relationships to get started. How do I do it? Do I sign a contract? Do we have to work with like second tier, like distributors? Do we have to work with them? I don't know. So you get started. And then you realize, oh, I should probably do that partner. And then you're like, oh, well, like this is a competitor. Maybe we can all work together. And then you find yourself 6 months in, 12 months in, 18 months in. And that same executive that gave you that opportunity to lead and to grow your program begins to say, well, what do you have to show for it? That's right. That's typically the response. I have meetings. We're getting leads. But if you ask that partner leader or any partner leader, they'll tell you that the first 12 months to 18 months of a partner program is the most challenging. Why? That's right. Why? Actually, that's your solution. That's what's going to give you the best leg up across 80+% of organizations who want to build a partner program. When you define why your partner program exists, why your company needs to build a partner program, when you define that, that is going to help you the rest of your time building that program. If you skip that step, 18 months later, they'll find somebody else. You'll be miles wide, but a few inches deep. You see, when you're building a partner program, as actually when you build anything, any entrepreneur, any leader will tell you, you've got to start with why. Why are we doing this? And that's what you need to decide. You need to decide, why are you building this program? Why is your company investing in a channel program, in a technology program, in a referral program? Why does this matter? Because, well, you're going to have some challenges. The executive team is going to have other priorities. The economy might crash. You might have internal conflict. You might have competition. Internally, you might get really discouraged. Like building anything, it takes time. And in my experience, I was so discouraged how long it took me to build one partnership. It's going to take you some time. So you're going to need something, a foundation that's going to help you be successful. Because it doesn't have to be this hard. It's actually quite easy to build a program. It's quite easy to build out a system in place. But what makes it lasting, what makes it impactful, is why you're doing it. Because once you define your why, then everything else falls in place. You see, about a year into building our own strategic partner program, is what we were calling it at the time, I was incredibly confused on why we had nothing out the door. We had no program details. We hadn't updated our website. We talked about contracts and costs and multiplication. We talked about scaling out our team. We talked about so many different things. But a year after that, I remember talking to my boss and I thought, what are we doing? Why is this taking so long? Why are we doing this again? I got discouraged. Building a partner program takes a long time. And I had forgotten why we were doing what we were doing. But the good news is, you don't have to be discouraged in it. When you clearly define your why, and the challenges come from your executive team, from your partners, from competitors, from the internal sales team, you're going to be able to get through it. and your program is going to be successful. The good news is that you can overcome it. You can create your why. And then in that's going to allow you to evangelize to the rest of your team. And we're going to talk about that at a later session. Evangelizing 101. How do you evangelize your program, the company program, internally and externally? It all starts with why. People, well, Simon Sinek said it this way, right? People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And you're going to need a team of people, and you're going to need your organization behind you, and you're going to need executive sponsors and first followers and other leaders, because you can't do this on your own. But people will get bought in by buying into your why. So what is your why? You need to write it down. It will carry you on. You actually should just pause this video and think about a moment and say, why are we building this program? Have you had that meeting with your executive sponsor? Have you clearly defined it? Have you validated that internally and externally with other partner leaders? Have you decided that it's, well, because you want to? That won't carry you very far. Maybe, and I'm going to push some buttons here, I think. Maybe your why is to make more money. It's possible. It's a lot of people's why. It's a lot of organizations' why. They see the opportunity that we talked about in the last course that says, hey, we can double our company revenue. We need a partner program. You know, the reality is, though, a lot of partner programs don't receive those results because they don't define their why. They don't know why they're doing it. And if we say it's because of money, revenue is not a reason why. It's a natural result of the right work that you do. You see, we confuse that sometimes. Sometimes we start a program or launch a product because we think, hey, we need to make money, and so we need to do this. Therefore, this is our why for our product, is we got to save our company. We have to build our partner program because we need to expand. It's not going to work. It's going to exhaust you. It's not going to last. And it's going to be internally frustrating and create competition where you don't want it to be. Where do you not want it to be? With your sales team. You never want your direct sellers, if you have a direct sales team, your marketing team, your customer success team, you never want them to be your competitor. But when we create a partner program based on, well, we just need to make money, there's going to be competition. Because you know what? They're trying to do the same thing. Let me challenge you in this. As you're going to build your why, because you need to do it, it's going to help you get there a lot more quicker. It's going to help you be successful. It's going to help you weather the ups and downs. You're going to be able to stay in the partner program for the long haul. Because it's consistency and persistency that will help you achieve the results that you want to get to. It will achieve those revenue goals. Because if you don't, I had one partner leader tell me, why do we have so many partner programs and then we realize that we have so many partnerships that don't make us money? He's like, that's the first question that I ask. Are we going to be able to make money together? Probably. But the why behind it is not to make money. The why, the money is a natural result. When we look back here and we say, okay, what is the reason why? Let me challenge you on something. The reason why you need a partner program is for your customer. Think about it. Your customer needs you to build a network. As Bob Moore at Crossbeam would say, an ecosystem. as Jim Baines over at Forrester would say, an ecosystem. There has been more investment and more investment in partnership technology in this decade than there's ever been before. Your customer needs you to build your partner program. Because when you build it, your customer will then begin to see how all of their technology works together. Because everybody's technology works together. It has to. No one's the best at everything. Most companies are good at really one good thing. And somewhat sort of kind of good on 2 or 3 things. And beyond that, like, oh man. Your customer needs you to build an ecosystem of where they can buy, where they can integrate, where they can get training, where they can implement, where they can hear and learn about it so that they can be successful. And if you don't build that ecosystem, then your customer will suffer, and at the end of the day, your company will suffer too. So build your why. Think about it. Consider having your why because our customers need it. We're going to expand through this channel program because customers need to buy our product in an easy way. And they already work with these resellers, so we're going to go where they're buying. That's a great reason. We're going to integrate with this technology because our customers say that it makes their lives easier. That's a good reason. We're going to integrate with this technology because that's where the industry's going and we want to help carry our customers forward. That's a good reason. We want to build a channel program to make more money. Get in line. So does everyone else. But when you build your program correctly and you start with a why that's centered around your customer, centered around a problem that your customer has, it's a force to be reckoned with. You're going to overcome this challenge that all partner leaders have: internal evangelizing the validity of your program. That's right. Evangelizing the validity of your program will be overcome. That challenge will be overcome when you clearly define your why and you communicate that internally. I'll leave you with this. I was talking with a partner leader. He had just taken a new position at a company that has tried a partner program before. They had tried to launch with channel and it didn't work out, and so they just let it fall apart. And when he was going through the interview process, he asked, "Are you guys ready now? Do you think you're ready for a program? Are you ready to really expand this out?" And he asked why. Why is this the right time? And once he was convinced that the company's why was about solving a real problem, a customer problem, a company problem, then he took the job. But every other conversation he had, he said, "I'm not taking this. You're not ready." He was the one looking for work. I want your partner program to be successful. Take the time. Write down your why. Put it everywhere. Put it on your email signature. Put it on your internal documentation. Put it on your internal presentations. Put it on your external ones for all I know. Put it on your presentation to your partner. Why are you building this partner program? Define that. Meet with your executives. Build out your why. And then we'll get started. All right, that was the first session. Your homework is Define your why. Why are you doing this? Then we're going to step into session 2. Session 2 is defining your mission. Now, we might think that this is going to kind of go inside, but actually, it's very different. And I'm excited to share with you a simple way of building your mission for your program. It's going to be a way to communicate that internally and externally, to multiply your team, to train your team, and to work with your executives too. So, take the time, write down your why, and I'll see you at next session. Take care.